There we go. Is that it? Yep. Yes. Okay. Oh, let me turn that off. Whoop, there we are. We're back to boring old us. There we are. Okay. Okay. Now I gotta get this guy up, and this is the 10, and then we got to do a 40. All right. Perfect. You want to do some voicemails here?
I was just randomly thinking about could you, just using someone's Facebook page, get them a good enough Christmas present by just discerning what they like through their Facebook? Like,
actually, we could get more time out of that.
Okay.
Than that. Let's do a couple voicemails and then do that.
Okay.
Because that's good. All right. I'll bring us back. Here we go. 3, 2. Welcome back to A Corporate Time.
Let's do a couple voicemails.
Yeah, man. My allergies have been nutty. Either that or the vapes have finally popcorned my lungs. That's what I'm thinking.
What is that? The
Don't
popcorn
know.
lung?
I don't know. It was one of those things where I got a Google right in front of me. Let's find out what is popcorn lung and why do I have it? Let's just tell ChatGPT the way I really feel, and then maybe it'll be able to talk me down. Okay, in my limited knowledge, what I thought it was lesser known oils that were being used to distribute marijuana products.
Yeah.
Have they're not.
It was like the vessel that that carries the THC or nicotine, right? It's the that Chinese Wuhan oil.
They got the Wuhan oil. Popcorn lung is the nickname for bronchiolitis obliterans, a condition where the small airways in your lungs get scarred and narrow. It makes you feel short of breath, tight-chested, and wheezy, like you can't get a full breath.
So essentially, it's like affects your bronchioles in your lungs, and kind of like bronchitis does, where they're all inflamed or clogged up.
Yeah. I think it's like, but they're not really saying why.
Yeah. Well, what does that have to do with popcorn?
Chinese vapes and why?
Is it like the hole in the bottom of the popcorn?
You know, I think it's that's funny. That's called the peewee, right? Wasn't that called the peewee?
I
think my dad, I know it didn't, but I think my father called that, like, get on with the wave. You're going on a date with a woman, Dan Lee. You cut a hole in the bottom of the popcorn bucket. I'm like, Dad, I'm not doing it.
But also, do I have to
arrested?
Do I have to maintain? That'd be hard to maintain.
Hold on, we're tangenting crazy. We're gonna get back to popcorn lung. We're gonna get back, but we're not there right now. We're gonna deal with what my dad called the peewee.
First,
and by the way, Pee Wee Herman, I do not believe he was using a bucket. He was bucketless. He was bucketless.
So let's just say I had pre-made the hole in my popcorn bucket, and I'm just...
You have to put your hand under it. You have to carry your bucket flat.
Well, you know what?
No, you can put a piece of tape on that.
Yeah. Also, not that... The hole's not going to be that big. So not that
true.
much. Two corn...
Why not put it on the side?
No, because then it's spelled. You have to need to
No. If you put it on the side, you can hold it with two hands right in front of you, like a D in a box.
All I'm saying is, like, I don't know what anybody out there is working with, but mine's only 2 popcorns long. They're not long, but wide.
Yeah.
Wide,
like you're doing Smurf
like,
math, 3 apples high.
Big movie popcorn. It's
the biggest kernel. It's the biggest kernel popped by American law.
Anyway.
Did you know that? Movie popcorn is the largest popcorn kernel popped by American law.
So how do I negotiate the...
You can't hand the bucket to the teen. You can't hand the bucket to the teen. You have to hold it and be like, no, I'll hold it. You scoop into it.
Yeah.
And God forbid they look inside.
And also...
You put a rag over it until they... Hold on.
Who's digging around in there?
Well, hopefully your date. That's was the whole idea, right?
You're just squidding some handful of... popcorn
Just
from the top.
Are you a one?
You're not like, what's in there?
I don't think, yeah. I like how
that's what you want, right?
Yeah, that is what you want.
Because if you just minorly squid the top, that's not going to do nothing. Anyway, all right.
Yeah, we figured it out. Back to popcorn lung. It said stress, anxiety, post-surgery, shallow breathing, dehydration, caffeine withdrawal. It's going through a list of reasons why I don't have it. That's funny.
They're just saying
ChatGPT knows me
anxiety.
really, really well. It didn't come from Chinese vapes, but it did come from a chemical used in popcorn factories, and that's where it got its name.
Oh, so it was that?
Yeah, it was a long-term inhalation of chemicals like industrial fumes, chlorine, ammonia, and certain flavoring compounds caused it. There were these workers in the early 2000s that were working in, and this is why things get dumb names. I guess it's not that dumb, but it does confuse people. These particular workers in the early 2000s were working in a microwave popcorn factory, and they inhaled large amounts of diacetylene, a buttery flavoring chemical, and it destroyed their airwaves.
Huh.
So just don't eat microwave popcorn and you'll be fine.
No. Well, they're working in it, but 8 hours a day.
But still, microwave popcorn, nobody smells that it doesn't smell like popcorn. Microwave popcorn has never smelled like popcorn to me.
Yeah.
I can't do it. It smells, it's off. It doesn't smell like popcorn.
Like a chemical.
Yeah, it does.
Like very chemical-y.
It always has like a chemical. It's almost like I get the same thing from like a diet soda. It's never going to taste like legit good. Anyway.
The people that are working daily in factories and like industrial factories where they're making like, like a
I'm
paint
with you.
chemical.
Those people are gross.
Well, it's got to be, you have to think about it. Be like, man, I've been working here for 8 years every day, 40 hours a week.
My grandfather did.
And is this, I'm sure, I know this company, they don't care about me. So are they, I know they care about getting sued.
But it was at a different time. Like my grandfather who did work in a factory, he had sort of almost like a set it, forget it, put it to bed kind of a job where it was like he knew his boss, he was good at his job, he worked in a factory, they paid him well, he worked for DuPont. They paid him well, and he just kind of like went there and left it there. You know what I mean? Like it was like a good, for all intents and purposes, like he painted the factory life as like, oh, it was a guaranteed, easy, good job.
Yeah, no, for sure. What I'm saying is like you're producing, there's chemicals involved, it's in the air.
Oh, you don't know what's in there. And they don't want you to know what's in there. They're damn sure not going to tell you what's in there.
And then I wonder if a lot of people
I'm sure he was gassed crazy in that in the factory.
Yeah, like because all this
he died early.
Yeah. And like if they don't attribute whatever you got to that, who knows? That could have been
they can't
10, 20 more years before they're like, wait a minute, everybody's getting leukemia in here.
Yeah.
And then
you
they
hope
figure
that
it
they
out.
investigate it 30 years down the road. Right?
Yeah, but
and by then you changed it or no, it's absolutely not. But let's try this voicemail right here. I think you're gonna like this one right here.
So I have 4 shirts. I've got 4 bowls. I've got 4 plates. I've got 4 forks, 4 knives. I literally have maybe 5 t-shirts, 5 pants, 4 pair of shorts. Same thing with socks. I am a minimalist, but it's a mental illness. I just can't stop throwing my shit away. I have the reverse of what a hoarder has, where if I don't use something for like 2 weeks, I'll throw it away. Even if it's brand new and it looks good, it works fine, I will throw it away. I don't donate it. My fiance likes to take it to like a donation box or something, and I get frustrated. I'm like, let me throw my shit away. I want to throw it in the trash. I want to see it in the trash can. So sometimes I'll break something so I can throw it away without her taking it out of the trash.
I think I have attention to this because I'm really good at throwing stuff away at the house, and it drives Andrea crazy. But yeah, if there's like I'll brand new stuff in the packaging, I'm like, well, we don't need it, and she's like, well, we'll give it to somebody. I was like, no, we won't. You're lying to yourself when you say that. When there's something new in the package that you don't need, and then your significant other says to you, well, why don't you just give it to somebody? The reason we're not giving it to anybody is because A, nobody wants it. B, you're not going to do that.
Yeah. And you'd rather it be thrown away than give it to someone.
No,
Is there an
no. I
element
mean,
of-
that's funny, but no. I mean, no. I'd rather.
You'd rather no one have it, and
Okay,
then someone.
I'll go back to what you're saying. I would only agree with you if the person that needed it is watching me throw it away. You see what I'm saying? I need them to feel sad.
So-
No, but yes, I mean, it's like I'm with him. It's also easier.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
what do you want me to spend 30 minutes to walk around the neighborhood and say like, hey,
Yeah,
do you need an extra dog bowl and water dish and food dish,
Yeah.
brand new? Do you need one?
It's definitely more work to like post it for free on Facebook Marketplace and then have people schedule time to come by and get it.
I like that you guys do that.
You could also
I'll
do
give
that.
you and your wife some compliments. I like that you guys sell things that are in good condition to other people.
But you could also just put it out by the curb, by the trash,
We do that.
and put it on Facebook Marketplace and say, hey, it's out here. And then it's best of both worlds. Like,
Oh, they'll get it.
if someone goes and gets it, good. If the trash guy gets it, good. With,
Yeah.
whatever happens, it's fate's decision.
Now, how do you feel about looking out and you see kids playing with it?
I don't care. Whatever happens to it after
But
I
then
put
they
it out
leave
there.
it. They leave it in the street.
Oh, well, I don't know.
Yeah, yell at them. Stop playing with my trash.
So back to this guy and his mental illness about minimalists. It's better than the opposite because you're never trapped in your own prison of garbage that you created.
He could
He's
be
got
trapped in a
nothing.
different kind of prison.
Well, he's trapped in the I can't ever accumulate things, but that is almost better. You're lighter. You could leave at any time. You don't have this all. I mean, the what we're all doing in accumulating all this garbage and storing it in storage units and stuff. Like that's that's the hinders your life.
Why are we going so far to storage units? I think we need to look no further than just the average 2-car home garage.
Yeah.
I am the only person that I know of my friends and my neighbors, none of my neighbors.
Yeah.
In my townhome building, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units, okay? Out of 6 units, I think I'm one. I'm the one. I'm the guy that puts his car
in the
inside.
garage. Yeah.
Everybody else uses it either as a hangout, storage, Stu and Sue, they have, multitudes of files that they use because they've been working in the city for, 30 years. Actually, they might have just started pulling their car in. I got to give them credit. I think I think we have 2 out of 6. That's not bad.
Well, society's telling us put up Christmas decorations, Halloween decorations, now even inflatable turkey. Where are you supposed to keep all
that really
this stuff?
bothered you, didn't it?
I'm mad at that. Where are you supposed to keep all this stuff? Like,
it's a good question. It's the storage unit, I guess.
So then,
which would you rather do? The serious question. Would you rather rent a storage unit to put all your extra stuff in and park your car in the garage, or fill your car's garage full of the stuff and park on the street? There are no bad answers. I wouldn't judge you either way. But I think most people, based on what I just said, would rather fill their own garage and park on the street. You're not having to spend extra money.
Well, that's the bill, and then they prey on this mental illness and they keep raising the story. So all of a sudden, like
I want to own a storage unit so bad, dude.
Every month you're like, God, I'm now paying $295.
We got to fix.
This started off with $99 a month.
We got to fix for this,
and then it makes you so mad at yourself.
Wait, are you my client? And we're up to 200, and you got more stuff?
Yeah,
I can cut you a deal. 300, you get a bigger unit. I'll help you move it all in. That's how they do it. I've seen them do it. They'll be like, hey, we got some guys on site. I'll help you move it. We're just going to up you $100. You get a little bit bigger unit. Yeah. They're keeping you hooked on the drugs.
But then you're going to keep increasing that unit.
And they know that. It's just like spending your paycheck, right? You just keep leveling out. Leveling out. Oh, we got to go. Bye-bye. Delayed bye-bye. All right, and then we got to do the 40, right?
Yeah.
All right. Save that one there. And then we can just pick up where we left off if you want to.
Yeah.
These still going.
I don't even know what would be the downfall of a minimalist. Because you could be like, well, they're throwing away something and then they have to buy it again.
At times, I would say that was the number one that came to me. Is that like this guy, because he's so minimalist, if he ever needed anything,
you have to go buy it again
above, then you'd have to source it, and you can't source it quickly. Hoarders can, not hoarders, collectors Like, I'm almost
No,
a
let's
hoarder.
just say average American.
Well, like me on Friday, we
That-
needed an extra cord, and I have hoard cords, so I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh, I know how to fix this.
Yeah. But that opportunity comes less often than the cost of
Way less.
keeping so much shit.
I agree. It's not very often that you need to do that.
It's like there's some meme or like a reel about it may be a commercial about the dad. Like they're like, I needed some piece of wood to fix this bed that's the 6 inches long and has a weird and the dad's like, whoa, and then he runs to his
I
garage
love that. I love
and he
that.
goes to his pile
that.
of wood and he picks out the thing he's been holding
Yeah.
or like for
He's
10
got,
years.
He's got jigs for everything needed to cut in the world.
And then he runs back, and it's like, yeah, you're making a joke. First, that opportunity that never happens, and even if it did, it's not worth you holding piles of wood for 2 decades.
But there is a happy medium because, well, also if you
Yeah.
have the space, like Travis Pastrana's got the space. I mean, you could say that he's a hoarder, but he is one of those guys where he's like, oh, we need that. We're going to fix that because when I watch his videos, he'll be like, I think we got one over here, and he'll dig through his pile and he'll have it. Well, he's got the space to do it.
and the money to pay people
Correct.
to organize
Yes.
it. That's no
There's
one's
a way
got the
to do
time to
it.
organize it.
All right, buddy.
I'll okay.
You want to pick it up from there. Start from here. Here we go. 3, 2.
Welcome back to A Corporate Time. 2 things real quick. One is we have a new VPN partner called Surfshark.
I was just using that this morning.
Yeah,
winky.
And you can go to tomandan.com, and if you click through our web ad, you'll see it. It says Surfshark. And you click through that, you get 4 free months. Basically, a VPN service allows you to visit any website you want in Florida. You could just click on whatever country's internet you want to use. I use Canada. It's easy. One click.
I'm an Albania guy right now.
And then all of a sudden now I get access to all these websites that have been blocked in Florida.
Because they think I'm not a man.
Yeah. And so you could go through tomandan.com.
You don't tell me I can't touch myself, DeSantis.
Also, after you're done with that, if you want to scan, you can get a scan of your carotid artery and the artery in your stomach and check the blood pressure.
And that's
all
on
your
the
extremities.
Surfshark app, too. You hold your phone
That's
up
a different one. That's a different.
I'm getting them confused.
That's the 159 Tom and Dan scan on tomandan.com. All right. So
yeah, we were talking about hoarders versus minimalists, and then you were asking the question. It's a good question. Is there any drawback to being a minimalist? And then I said, and I think my wife said it, like we should get married. She said the same thing. It's like a minimalist, you may not be prepared, or you might have to borrow some things. It's not a terrible drawback, but we are looking for drawbacks. We're not trying to villainize either side. We're just looking, what's the drawbacks to being a minimalist?
You're looking for that eyeglass tiny screwdriver, and then you go to your junk drawer, and then a minimalist has no junk drawer. And you're like, God, I got to buy this eyeglass tiny thing that I threw away.
But there's beauty in both to me.
Yeah,
you're more.
That's way less of a downfall than a pile of doo-doo.
What are you more, naturally? I don't even know what I am. Because I see beauty in both. Like there are times when I'll go to my big, and I'll call it a hoarder tub. I've got a big hoarder tub of whether it be microphones, cords, all kinds of pieces for this studio, old cameras, old lights. I mean, cables they don't even make anymore. And there are times when I can go in there and get something and I'm like, I'm the hero. I found the cable. But it's very few, maybe 3 times a year, 2 times a year?
Okay. I'm going to go through the different types of hoarders here. All right.
Okay.
So
my favorites are the disgusto poo-poo ones.
Yeah.
Where they poop in the toilet until it becomes a pyramid to the ceiling.
So you are closer to my wife's hoarding, where she's hoarding emotional.
Okay.
And she's hoarding emotional, and maybe I'll use this later. Type of hoarding.
I think that's also emotional.
Yeah, which is
in some sort of way you're like, I can fix this.
It's connected a little bit.
I don't want to get rid of this because I might use it. There's a lot of good meat on this.
Yeah. And like my wife will even go, and I don't know if she wants me to talk about her mental illness on the air, but I'm already doing it. Where she will.
That's fair.
I think that she's abandoning whatever this item is that she had. That holding on to, like throwing it away is kind of like you were supposed to take care of it. It was yours.
And you're abandoned.
And now you're authority. She was our old boat when we sold it. She was like taking pictures of it. She's like, like she's
back there rubbing it and kissing on it.
We'll never sell our house. She's already admitted to me. She's like, I can never sell my house to someone else, to some strangers. That's our house. And then I'm like, uh-oh.
Does she know about the people that lived in it before you guys?
Well, to her, we've
She's
made it
rewriting
ours.
history. Yeah.
She's gutted it,
Yeah.
made it her own,
Yeah.
and now, like, and whatever. I set up shop my plants and a bunch of plants. I kind of feel that way. Like, these are my plants. Like, I'm not going to give my jungle over.
She's rubbing off on you. I like that.
So that's an emotional hoarder. I am a lazy hoarder. So
There is a difference.
my hoarding, like all this stuff, there's no emotional
And when you
attachment.
guys come together, you become Megalodon. Is that what you call yourselves? A Megalodon? Megalahorde. You are the Megalahorde.
So I have no emotional attachment to any items. I don't care whatsoever.
You don't.
But I'm
not even. You know what's funny is that he says that, and before you go, oh, that's not true. There's something. No, there are items that had belonged to members of his family that perished in a hurricane, and I think if they went missing, it wouldn't be like you wouldn't even lose an ounce of sleep. You'd be like, oh, that sucks. Okay. Right? It's not even
I
a
wouldn't
big
be
deal.
devastated
No.
by it. I wouldn't be. I would be disappointed. I would feel personally responsible because of my
Well, that's
non-emotional.
also the way you're wired.
I'll be like, God, I shouldn't
You
have. I
idiot.
should have cared more about
yeah.
it. But anyway, like I'll keep stuff and I'll be like, I'll get rid of that later, and then it just piles up, and there's like, I'll clean that later. I'll organize this later, and then next thing you know. Like all the shit I have is it's a Megalahorde again.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh my God,
it's huge.
And if I just would have kept it on it every day instead of,
but who's gonna do that? Honestly, I don't even do that.
Like
Andrea does that. She's the only person I know that stays on top of her.
But like I get back from this camping trip and then we're unloading the car because I'm like, God, it's been a long
I'll
ass
just
day.
throw it in there crazy.
And then I put it in the garage, and then I'm like, I'll get to it later.
When the door's shut, it doesn't exist.
yeah. And then I'll go back and I'm like, I should. And then the other things get thrown on top of it, and the kids' bikes. Then it's Christmas time, Megalahorde. And then I'm like, oh my God, it's happening again.
And nobody can fight the Megalahorde.
And then I'm like,
big.
then I have to, and then I'm going to talk about this, and people are, you're insane. You have a mental illness.
No, you're not. You're just like everybody else. So you're either a Dan or a Tom. I see it. Look, dude, look at my complex. You can walk through the back of where I live, and you can go Dan, Tom, Dan. Like, and it's a 50-50 split of those that maybe emotionally hoard or hold on to things with good intentions, and those that truly do not even see. I don't even think you, like your desk. There are people that would come at both of our desks, honestly. You look at both our desks, it's terrible. It's a Megalahorde. It is. They
it's
both
a mini
combine.
Megalahorde.
Because mine is all like, and mine, I have a lot of the stuff from the AT&D on my side. My side of the room is compromised. It's bad. It's a full transformation.
Well, that's kind of my fault for loading and all.
We haven't done anything with it, though.
Yeah, no, I know, because I get to it later. It's laziness. I'm like, we got to utilize this stuff.
It's fine.
Invoices. God,
all right.
Distract myself.
Should we keep going?
So
Yeah.
one more thing with hoarder.
Yeah.
So there are the organized hoarders. And the only example I can think of, and you'll know exactly, is
Hoardenizers.
the Jamie Heidemann from Mythbusters. Chris
Stapleton.
Have you ever seen his warehouse? Like everything's labeled in like a little clear like a Rubbermaid container or whatever, and it's
I think I've seen the video you're
like
talking
gears,
about.
It's wall. I mean, it's like a library. It has like a rolling ladder.
Chris Stapleton, the guitarist and country singer, he has an airplane hangar with like his car that his wife bought him when he was writing the album The Traveler, which is the one that really broke him from being just a songwriter. And when you look at it, you're like, oh my God, it's just a bunch of crap. It's not. When you're walking down he has aisles, and he had somebody go through, and I think it was him though, and his wife, and they took every guitar he's ever been gifted, every piece of merchandise, every piece of memorabilia, every poster,
They turned it into like a museum.
But
almost.
but you can't get to it readily. It's organized. It's like, oh, it's down here. And you walk down the hallway, and you're like, oh, let's find the guitar that Merle Haggard gave me. And you walk down, C4, C6. Okay, here it is. You pull it out. You open it up, and there it is, perfect condition. It's like, oh, who did that? Who organized that to a point where you know what aisle your Merle Haggard guitar's on? Because that's cool.
That is cool, but also it's like they probably never look at it. So it's like hidden away.
So it goes back to your argument of wouldn't it be better to be more of a minimalist because you're not even looking at this stuff anyway?
Yeah.
You have a Merle Haggard guitar that you never see.
But you know where it is, which is weird.
It's very Daniel. It's very much like me. It's like I know where my stuff's at, but I don't use it.
But also, it's like the MythBusters guy. Like he has this.
But he has little things. That's what makes it more impressive.
25-foot tall, like bay by bay bins full of sprockets, and this is a bin full of PVC attachments or whatever, and it's all and he probably hasn't done any MythBusters building, and
That's cool.
There's probably hundreds of those bins he hasn't opened in 10 years, right?
Yeah.
So it's a form of hoarding, even though he could use it.
Yeah.
It's all organized hoarding, which is weird too. If you never used it, it's just like you're paying for the storage and all this. And then I'm always fascinated by once he's dead, they're just going to come and empty all this in the trash anyway.
Yeah. I mean, it's that one, because with my example of using Chris Stapleton, if it's memorabilia, it's going somewhere.
Somebody will sell an estate.
If it's just parts and you're running for all intents and purposes like a Ace Hardware or a Skycraft.
Yeah.
Where it's
Skycraft.
just, I have, I'm actually becoming a little bit of that in my garage. Like I got to throw some stuff out. I have so many scooter parts and little pieces and it goes with the sickness that Crystal and I have, where I have parts that I didn't use on this 1959 Vespa that are brand new parts that I don't know what to do with, so I just hoard them. Like I have rails, I have chrome rails that would go down the side of my scooter, but I chose not to install them because I like the way the rubber looks. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to keep it original and use the rubber. But there's no market for that. Who's going to buy those? I'm one guy that has a 1959 VBA. Nobody else even probably has one of those. There were only 224 of the things made.
So I don't know if this is true, but it makes sense psychologically, right? So follow me with this. So I wonder if it's ingrained into our DNA, our evolution, to store things over seasons, right? Like you, especially in the winter, like you'd have to be prepared to survive through the winter.
Yeah.
So you'd have to hoard all your preserves and your jerky that you smoked and
it was
other
your
preparation,
nourishment for the winter, right? Is this a carryover from nourishment?
But also
we ain't got no nourishment problems anymore. Fat as hell.
No, but all the stuff you'd have to prepare, right? So mentally, the fact that you have all these parts and you know where they are and you've prepared for this upcoming event that's never going to happen, but it makes your stress level go down because you're prepared for it.
It's a chemical release.
It's kind of like preppers. Preppers are hoarders, essentially preparing for an event that most likely isn't going to ever happen in their lifetime.
But they get relief from.
They feel peace of mind.
I mean, they see that 5-gallon jug of mac and cheese and they're happy.
Yeah, they're prepared.
Putin's not coming to get me.
So there's a hoarding aspect of being prepared. Like you have all these different lampshades just in case you want to change your lampshades one day, or you have
that's crazy prep, but I like it. I do like it
because you can start justifying anything.
Sure.
I
have to sometimes.
Yeah, I've seen people keep this. I don't want to throw away this recipe book. Just in case I want to make some holiday quiches or whatever. I'm like, what the hell are you talking saying?
Holiday quiches?
I was just like, what are you talking about? You'll never do this. Yeah,
sounds like a pretty exact example that you may have pulled out of your memory bank.
You're never going to make
was that me?
these goddamn vegan holiday quiches. I mean, it's never going to happen, okay? Just get rid of it. It's like, stuff it in
there. Put it in there. You got to save all the recipes.
I'll walk by and look at it every day.
Now, what about recipes you lose because you throw stuff out? I get a lot of stick. Well, no, I have a story about that. I got a lot of stick because, I try to fight some of my ways. Most of my type of hoarding comes from, like you said, wanting to be prepared, wanting to have things, not wanting to throw out good pieces of electronics that could save our ass one day or whatever. But I am good in other ways of almost too good at if it doesn't really mean much to me and I think other people can enjoy it, I'm okay getting rid of it. And I did that with the estate sale on my mom and dad's house. There wasn't really any, like, their style is not my style. Their furniture was very old and antique.
It's easy to get rid of other people's stuff.
It really is. Yeah, it is.
You didn't form that emotional attachment to it.
Yeah, I didn't. But also, but there was also an emotional part of me that knew that if I held on to this stuff, it was not going to get used. Like, even nice stuff. Like, there was like an armoire that I actually struggled with actually keeping. I was like, oh, I can keep this. And then I was like, who are you kidding? You don't do any of this stuff. This is not you. This has never mattered to you. So wouldn't you rather somebody buy this that's going to use it or enjoy it?
I'll tell you the closest. So this is the closest to emotional hoarding that really this is
to
Crystal.
hear this because I can't see you doing this.
I've talked
You're
about
not a thing guy either.
But Crystal, like from my pop-up, had this old Singer sewing machine table, like the one that the sewing machine was like upside down and you flip
flips
it
up.
Yeah, it flips up.
Those are cool.
And Crystal's like, oh, and she asked my pop-up years ago, like, oh, can I have this one day or whatever? He's like, yeah, whatever. He don't want. I didn't think he knew it was a sewing machine. It's gay. But so then Crystal took it and it's sitting in our garage, right? And it's not worth anything. Believe me, I looked it up to see like, well, maybe this thing is
Make
worth
you feel better if it was worth a lot of money.
$100. Like it's worth zero, and I can't for whatever. Like I need to just throw it away or just put it up on Facebook for free, really, because it's old. It's like from the 20s or something.
Yeah.
And I just need to put it up because someone will take it.
Well, if it's old, somebody will want it.
And because of whatever their hobby, it'll give them some emotional joy working on it. Some, old sewing. People collect old sewing machines.
DeBerry Joe in our chat room said, my uncle inherited my great-granddaddy's Singer manufactured in 1911.
Yeah. That's called a burden. Because now this huge sewing machine you'll never use is in your garage.
Well, the best part about old sewing machines is their stitches are so much better than they're not.
But I haven't, for whatever reason, like just taken a picture of it and given it away because it sat in his house.
Oh, it's a 1911 pistol. That makes more sense. I was like, 1911. Yeah.
But it sat in his house for so long. I do remember, like, it was always just sitting there in the corner. So it was like, I'm like, God, am I just going to give it to a stranger? And then I'm like, that's a little bit of that where I'm like.
A little bit.
And a normal person would be like, oh, you shouldn't give it away. Right? And I'm like, well, what is it? It's just sitting in my garage. Yeah,
like, I do that a lot with people where they'll have something and I'll be like, they're like, I'm getting rid of it. I was like, oh, that's really cool. You should keep that. And I'm like, why am I telling them that?
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing? Why? Just shut up. You don't need to give them any advice. Let them throw their crap away.
I'm not going to display it in the house. It's also not even really an interesting talking piece. I've tried to rationalize this a million times. Like, do I turn it, like, do I put it in the corner as a decoration? There's like an old 1920s sewing machine. There's like, oh, what's that? Oh, my grandfather's. He had in his house. Like, it's in good condition. It's kind of like a piece of art.
It's in good condition?
It's for a 1920s sewing machine. I don't think it works or anything.
Is it wood or is it metal?
The furniture is wood and the thing's metal. It's like a Singer.
Is there any way to repurpose it into, like, since the sewing machine flips under, could you make it like a cool table for you to use in your garage to, like, put your bar stuff on when you're mixing a hidden drink from the boys or something? Or
my garage is
it's okay.
There's
no judgment here.
There's no
You're in a
doing
safe
anything
space.
with it.
You're in a safe space.
It's a megalo.
I don't judge. I don't judge megalo hoard.
Yeah. So there's nothing going on in my garage except for a megalo.
Okay.
And then, so I can bring it inside the house, but that's when the horde starts coming in. You can never invite it in. It's like a vampire.
Can you weave it into the plants somehow, where the plants are growing out of it?
The plants are another problem.
All right. Well, let's dovetail into it.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it. I love the plants you've given us. All the ones you've given Andrea. That we're all back to life now. We're thriving.
Yeah.
We're doing good.
I have too many there, and then some of them died, and they're all brown.
Okay, you got to throw those out.
And I got to get to it.
And then, you got too much going on.
And then when I do get to it, it'll be like, God, I got to take care of these, and then it'll be half the day going and taking care of it. Oh man. We're burdening ourselves with all these things. And I'm with the minimalist. That guy, he's living the life. Like, just get rid of it. When he gets home, there's no burden. There's no like, oh, all these plants. I got to get to cleaning this. There's nothing.
But I guess what I would say is, well, exactly. Is it good to get home and just look around and be like, there's nothing? I guess only if that gives you some sort of joy, right? Like,
yeah, and that's his.
Yeah,
and he even's like,
he
this
sounds
is my
cursed.
mental. Yeah,
he sounds a little cursed by it, but I do like that better. You know, like I will say that after cleaning up my garage, and I need to give it a pass through because here's the thing about cleaning your garage: once you've done it and you spend time in there, you're gonna junk it up again. It's you have to. Everyone's garage does that.
Yeah.
Like mine. I remember I have the desk, I have the TV and everything in there. I need to go back through, make sure all the trash and papers are like organized, wipe it down, make it look nice.
Like the people that are able to live, and I don't know anybody like this. At least my friends.
What you're talking about.
No, just so efficiently that every Christmas, because if you have kids, you get them toys, you get them something, whatever.
You have to.
And then over the years, that piles up, and then so you constantly have to be moving stuff out and moving new stuff in.
Oh, the moms that are constantly turning and organizing I've seen these moms, yes.
And then
they're namely moms.
And like
I don't see a lot of dads do this.
How they're able to do it. I mean, they must not have full-time jobs or other things. Like, you know, there's only so much time in the day to be this organized and like to move all the stuff out and like going through the house, like everything's got a place. There's nothing. There's no piles.
Tracy's talking exactly what you're talking about. Tracy in our Twitch chat room says, I know these moms. We hold parties to trade toys.
Okay. And
interesting.
And so they're able to, they don't have some kid's playroom with a bunch of toys piled up. Everything's like in its place and organized. I'm like, well, what gives?
Well, I think they get something out of it.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
like Maisie's kind of like that. I would say even more so than Andrea. Andrea is in the chat room and she says, I feel like I'm fairly organized. You are. But I'm going to tell you something. I don't want you to get mad. You're not as organized as our daughter. You're not.
Uh-oh. Yeah, that's a slap in the face.
Well, it might be. But she might agree with me. If you see it naturally, what my daughter does for fun and things, it's not even fun to talk about. She enjoys organizing and cleaning her desk. She'll tell me that. I'm like, hey, I will say to her, hey, you want to take Dansby up to, you just want to take him for a drive? I did this over the holiday. I was like, you want to take Dansby for a drive? She's like, no, I kind of just want to stay here and clean up my desk.
All right. Yeah,
I'm like, okay.
amazing.
Well, no, it's just what she's into.
No, I know. Yeah,
you know, it's
right,
not. It's a real. It's not even. I think it sucks. Personally, I think it's terrible.
Because you want.
I want fun stuff. That's not fun, but she enjoys it. It's fun for her.
Yeah. Because you want it to be like you are like forcing her, like stay home, clean your desk, because at least you're
it
like.
It makes more sense to me.
I have control over that.
Well,
but
why would
the other
choose?
You have no control. Like, is it my sons never clean their desk unless we force them?
Why would you choose not going with your dad to 7-Eleven with the dog and getting candy? Over cleaning your desk. I don't know.
My sons will literally choose anything besides doing work.
Me too.
I'm with them. They'll be like, anything. What else can I do?
Yeah, Andrea does bring up a good point, and Maisie calls it fiddling. And this is Andrea's theory, and you tell me what you think about this. Andrea thinks that because she's gone from home with Aunt so much, that when she gets home, there's comfort in like being around her things. Like there's like safety in that, like, oh, well, I'm home now, so I'm going to do my stuff. And she really enjoys it.
Okay, yeah. I mean, that's people should take pressure off themselves as parents. I do it all the time. Is like your kids are who they are.
Relax.
You could either. I've looked at this before too. I mean, people, you know, they're giving me S in the BDM page. Or like, I can't believe Tom doesn't force his kids to. Help set up the RV or like load the stuff or whatever. And I'm exaggerating a little bit. Like they have to bring.
Well, of course you are. You're doing a
some
show.
Stuff. Yeah. But like, honestly, it's easier for me. I mean, it's almost selfish. Like it's easier for me to do it myself than like here, get this. Tool and ratchet down the supports,
the jacks,
the jacks on each side of thing, and then they're like, they're like, doing so slow. My gosh, give it to me. Well, I'm eating my mosquitoes. You know what I'm saying? Like it's easier for just me to do it myself.
That way it's a little too close to home because Jax was my job.
Well, I'm just saying it's easier for me to do it myself. Like
my dad and I got one of the biggest fights because I lost one of the pieces of wood he cut for the stupid Jax.
I'd be a better dad for sure if I forced them to do it and be like, we're standing here, we're gonna let you do each one so you know the quality. And I'm just doing it myself fast. I'm like, I need a drink.
Well, I don't even know how that would play out because I don't don't even know if they'd be into it or if it would take forever. And like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I almost
That's
feel like they'd have to be into it.
See, that's what I want to ask the dads, like Richard's dad. Like, you force your kid to help, but how do you have the patience to sit there and watch them do it so bad?
That is a good question. That is a good question.
Like, they're horrible at it. They got no muscle. They don't know what they're doing. Like, I got a drink.
I got a choice to make here. I'm gonna make a choice.
They get enough fast and mosquitoes. I got a drink. Sorry.
Let's try this one right here.
Hey guys, I'm listening to A Mediocre Time. The Stripes Are All There. You're talking about the Eddie Murphy documentary, and I'm a little bit older than both of you. I think I'm 10 years older than Tom, and a couple years older than Dan. I was born in 1973. Anyway, you guys don't understand how famous Eddie Murphy was back in the day. He was, at the time, when he peaked celebrity, he was just as famous as Michael Jackson. It's wild. Like I'm
going to pause him there. I think I disagree with that.
Really?
Only because
it's a little before my time, but he was super famous.
Here'd be my beef with what he's saying. Music is way easier for all people of all dialects and worlds, I think, to enjoy. And I don't know if Eddie is something that everybody would have digested at the time. I think he's super famous. But when you start inching into and you ever say anything like Michael Jackson famous, that's a different level of famous that's almost bigger than the Beatles.
Worldwide, for sure.
Yeah, but I can't see Eddie Murphy worldwide being, and I'm not trying to pull a Tom here and say, like, I ain't sure about that, but I'm just saying, I don't think you can even compare anybody to Michael Jackson.
But what about in the United States because of the movies? Like, Michael Jackson never was in movies. Like,
no.
Eddie Murphy was the star of multiple huge movies, box office hits. And then, obviously people knew him from SNL, but and then when people started circulating his comedy special.
Did Eddie ever do any type of trickery to blow Caucasians' minds?
What do you mean?
I don't think it. See, Michael Jackson has another real big card up his sleeve, and that's called the moonwalk.
Oh, God,
and if you can blow white people's minds into believing that you are an extraterrestrial alien, as I think Jim Colbert, doesn't Jim Colbert have a story about his uncle believing that Michael Jackson was an alien after he watched him moonwalk on the Grammys or something, and it was like mind-blowing.
Now, Eddie Murphy, more relatable, especially, obviously because
and we knew
Michael
his story.
Jackson was always weird.
Yeah.
Even at his insane height, like people are like, it's kind of weird. It's like something weird.
Yeah.
He was never relatable.
The thing that made it most weird to me was that birthmark on his penis. Going back to it, I think Eddie Murphy, super famous, but he's the most famous comedian of all time. Eddie Murphy. That's a hard one.
Of all time, in the documentary they were talking about like how, and it's interesting because Richard Pryor, obviously from his interviews and his like reactions to people asking him about Eddie Murphy, like had a visible problem with Eddie Murphy, like, and even though they worked together later, but like you could tell that, and it made sense because Eddie Murphy did talk about like. In America at that time, there was only room for one black guy to be famous. And that's how he felt. And that's how society was kind of, they're like, oh, you're taking over Richard Pryor. Not that like, hey, you're funny. Richard Pryor's
Welcome
funny.
to the table.
It was like you're taking his spot.
Interesting.
And that was in the documentary too, which for sure, society, they felt that because it probably was societal. Like that's how society felt too at the time, And
that comes up now,
early '80s,
Well, I think that comes up now, even like that same racial sort of deal comes up. Like it's coming up right now, in that you've got this is breaking news as of this morning. You've got 50 Cent trying to release his Diddy documentary, and then you've got a lot of people that are saying, well, you knew about this and shouldn't have been. You shouldn't be profiting off of another black man's demise.
Oh, really?
You know, yeah. I mean, that's like a whole sort of a take now of like why would you do this? And or like people pointing the finger at him saying like, you knew more than that anyway. Now you're gonna play White Knight and release your little documentary and try to act like this is, you know, I don't know, but it's an interesting sort of a take.
I wonder what's in the documentary. Like, is it anything that would surprise us at this point?
I don't know. It's like it's kind of the details were a little. Let me ask about it.
It's odd to me because like in the 90s, like when all these things were happening, and yeah, I think there were, you know, obviously with him it was happening more than that, but like with these parties and girls and like all this stuff, it was like. That's what like you tell them like, hey, this is happening, like they're passing around these girls to their friends, and we're like, yeah, they're telling us they're doing
right,
it.
right,
you know,
right,
like,
yeah.
and then now and like you were like, oh, this was wrong and horrible to do, but it's weird that when it was happening, everybody was like, oh yeah, this is what happens. You know what I'm saying? Of course they were doing that.
Yeah, it's called Sean Combs: The Reckoning. It's a 4-part documentary series. It debuts today on Netflix. Wow, look at that! We're breaking news. 50 Cent is the producer. Let's see. Controversy. Combs and his team have strongly condemned the documentary, saying it's a shameful hit piece and alleging that some of the footage was unauthorized or stolen. 50 Cent and filmmakers say they legally obtained the footage and have the rights to use it. 50 Cent publicly claims that despite their history, the documentary isn't about the beef. It's about accountability, justice, and giving a voice to the alleged victims. So certainly not his bitterness and hatred of Diddy. It has everything to do with the victims. Yeah, I do. Yeah.
So let me ask you this.
I hear you, Curtis.
You know the video of Mike Tyson sitting next to
Hezbollah?
Puffy Combs.
Oh, I thought it was little Hezbollah. He's kissing him.
And then Mike Tyson picking up P. Diddy's hand and moving it.
Because he was touching him.
Yeah.
Yeah, touching his leg. It was on Arsenio Hall, right?
Was it Oprah?
I thought it was Arsenio Hall.
Yeah, maybe Arsenio Hall. Okay, yeah. But we've all seen this, right?
It's my screenshot.
Was
screensaver on my phone.
So was Puff Daddy trying to like grope Mike Tyson's leg?
I don't think so.
Right?
I'll have to go back and look at it. No, I think it was a friendly, like, have you ever been around somebody, like, and it only happens with men, it never happens with women. I've had a couple of them, and they usually run in the, like, almost like a salesman or like a, I think my dad may have been inching into this territory where if he's telling a joke or cutting up or, like, getting, you know, having fun with you, holding court, he'll kind of put his hand on your leg, like, slap your leg, like, hey, man, you know, it's kind of like almost like a term of endearment, but I have to go back and watch what this was because I don't know what this was now.
Because it was presented to all of us as like, look what happened. Like even Mike Tyson knew P. Diddy was a monster, and then it shows Mike Tyson like, and you can see in his face like he's mad that he picks up P. Diddy's hand. And
well, he's doing something
and moves it, and then Puff Daddy doesn't even really react to it, and then
well, I wouldn't either.
But then I was like, was he trying to grab Mike Tyson's leg?
Melissa, who helps us a lot. Hello, Melissa.
Right.
Melissa, not the whore, in our Twitch chat room says, or was he trying to big D him? Like, see how far you could go with the champ. I mean, you've got two of the most powerful people, one physically powerful, one arguably power and money powerful. Is it a D out? You see what I'm saying? You got two alphas.
Okay, yeah.
One is a music mogul alpha. One is a I'll punch your face in alpha.
Yeah.
And you've got music mogul alpha. The only way he ain't gonna start a fight with him, but he can do things to him because he knows. Look, I got security. I'm Diddy. You can't do nothing to me. I can put my hand on your thigh or your like, and you're not gonna do nothing about it.
Oh, is
it that?
It's kind of like a D out. Yeah, maybe.
Here, do you want to watch
that
video?
makes more sense than.
Here's the video again to refresh your memory. Here's the clip.
Right.
Okay, he's let me turn the sound on. Okay.
His hand was really just.
Benjamin, as we see. Oh yes, he's glittering.
Oh, he's near his ass.
Well, now when we come
But his
back,
hands
we're
was
gonna
kind of
talk
just
more
laying
puppies
there.
and
He
more
didn't
hands.
really grab.
But for Mike, it was too close to his ass because that's
Yeah.
gay. And that's why I moved. I think I figured it out now.
So, but Puff Daddy wasn't trying
No.
to grab Mike
No,
Tyson's
no. He
ass.
just had his effeminate hand
okay,
too close to a mega alpha man, and that guy ain't gonna have it.
Yeah.
Ain't gonna have it.
Yeah. So anyway,
I've seen these guys. I've been around these guys
what the hell's
before.
actually
I've
happening?
been okay. That mentality that Mike Tyson
Yeah,
is expressing right there.
Yeah.
I've been around guys that have the same. I'm not saying they're Mike Tyson, but I've been around guys before where like you go to give them, you give them like a handshake too long, or you go to give them a hug, and they're like, and they just move you. They just move you away, like not gonna happen. Not doing
Plus,
it.
Mike Tyson's all messed up. Or he got a horrible. He grew up in the boxing.
He's so
club.
messed up. He doesn't even know he's gay for pigeons. Doesn't even know it. That's how messed up he is. You want to do another one?
Yeah.
All right. We got time for a couple more voicemails. And if you want to leave us a voicemail, we love to get them. I check them in the mornings, 1-844-TOMNDAN, or use our app. The app and the website are working better than they ever have because of our good friend Matthew. I got to just, I know this is a weird time to do it, but Matthew, I just got to thank you and George and your team. Orange Pixel, you guys have been really helping us out to get our website and get our app working. Thank you guys.
If you want an app built or any website work, mrmattfred@gmail.com.
There you go.
He started it as a small business. He said that, after the business we started, he's like, I want to start my own, and he's doing a great job, and he's helping us out.
Check it out. Let's try this one right here.
What's up, Dan? Listening to the BDM show from today, Monday. You're talking about the Pornhub professional-looking lady on the main side that says, sorry about your luck, you can't go here. I think that's Sherry DeVille, man. Check it out.
It is. I took his advice, and I looked her up, and it is Cherry DeVille.
Okay.
Is it Sherry DeVille or Cherry DeVille? I like, personally, I as a consumer, I like Cherry DeVille. I just think it sounds better.
And that's a porn star?
She is, but she's like an older, like a lot older now.
Okay.
She'd be like, late 50s, I feel, like early 60s.
Okay.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Still has its place.
Yeah. There's some.
But you can find out more about Cherry DeVille if you go to tomatillo.com and just look for click here to get Surfshark. Then you won't have to see that stupid thing anymore. Still angers me. It still angers me. Oh, you can't log into your bank account from your phone if you leave your VPN on. There's a little fun fact for everybody.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. So if you're gonna, if you're on the potty and you're gonna do a number 4 and then check your savings, don't do that.
Well, just disconnect from Canada's VPN.
Yeah, just disconnect. Let's try this one because I think I know your answer. But can you help our buddy Charles? Can you help him out?
Good morning, Tom and Dan. This is BDM Bugman Charles checking in with you. I was just talking to my wife. I'm on my way into my job today, and I heard an advertisement for Welcome to Rockville. And they have a bunch of bands that we would really enjoy seeing because we really enjoy them. And I was thinking, like, wow, this would be amazing. It'd be good for her birthday. I'll buy her some tickets. And then I started to think about it, and like, man, it's going to be May. It's going to be hot. And do I really want to be standing out with a bunch of sweaty people?
What do you think? What do you think?
First, it's odd that you never heard of Rockville.
I like that. I like that part.
You just heard it on the radio.
I like that he's just like, what's this Rockville thing? I got to check this out.
Yeah, the
it's
fact
like the
that,
biggest concert in North America for the last 5 years.
But then the fact that you normally listen to radio is weird that you've never heard it being advertised in the past few years. It's been a thing for what, like 4 years?
Last 5 years. I'm
years?
not kidding when I say that.
Yeah.
And it's got exponentially bigger every year to the point where
it's on the news every year.
I think it's the biggest rock concert in North America, or one of.
Yeah. Like, is
it the biggest? I think it's the biggest.
Well, it's the biggest one in Florida. Right?
It's got to be.
The amount of people, like every year.
It was big enough to
last
kill
year's like
Earth
200
Day birthday.
Yeah, they're like 200,000 people showed up or whatever the hell, like some astronomical number. It makes the news. It's all over your social media. Anyway, back to should you buy tickets? No. Well, here, you know what? I'm okay because I talk a lot of S. and say this is horrible, this is whatever, and to each his own. Like a lot of people have a great time going out to Rockville.
You're not even going to throw that, but do they? Because I'm feeling
well,
it.
Of course I
want to say it.
How are you having
There's no way.
It's so hot, it stinks.
This is the one I agree with you on.
Oh, God, it stinks.
This is the one I agree with you on.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be. I mean, the only way I would do this, and I asked a friend of mine, and I won't say her name. I asked a friend of mine that works in this world, right?
Yeah.
About these type of festivals. And she told me, she's like, they're great for me because I get VIP. But if you have to go, but she gets access because she works in that world.
Yeah.
And when you work in that world, most of the people you see that have the great passes and all of that, that's all like almost like, I believe you can't buy those. Those are all comped out because you work in that world. If you're just walking though from stage to stage in the main field and you're camping in like a 4-person tent, Charles, that's going to be rough, buddy.
Now,
real rough.
A rough time will make you tougher. I tell my sons this all the time, even though I give them no rough times. But so you can make the argument that you'll be a tougher person after you stand in a field for days in the heat and watch.
Well, there are other ways to do it. Also, I'd like to go back to what you're talking about. I know some of these people that stand in the field, and they are not tough people. But they are dumb and stinky.
Not only
dumb and stinky.
You can.
Is that mean? Was that too far? Was that a step too far?
You can make it better by like planning it out, and then like, all right, here's the bands that we really want to see.
You want me to give you the bands?
And then stop and take breaks, and then you eat lunch, and then get some beers, and then leave enough time.
Oh, leave it to my wife to bring in the one thing that we just talked about. She's like, do I really need to go if they're going to do a stream like they did for Van's Warped Tour? That was a good stream. It was really good.
It's the camaraderie of being in a live event with that many people. There is something to be said about being around a bunch of people and feeling that energy and watching the show with them. You can't replicate that on TV. But all the effort it takes to do that.
Yeah.
You can make an argument, is it worth it if I just watch on TV? You're like,
okay.
No, we'll take both.
That makes
you know
sense
what I'm saying?
to me.
Because like it is a lot to go do for that energy feeling of the crowd.
Okay, it'd almost be better if I could go and in some way get a little bit of the crowd, but then duck into some sort of room and watch it in air conditioning. So I'm like, okay, it looks good out there. It looks good out there. I'm going to go back into the disgusting part.
There's an element of it. It's a younger person's game. Although every year I see tons of our listeners that are my age or older, and they're out there in a tent and camping all weekend, and I'm like, well,
they're hoarders. They're hoarding memories. They're hoarding what is it?
And then I'm like, wait a minute,
Breaking Benjamin memories.
These people tougher than I am? And then I take it as a personal insult.
Just the fact that they drive to work every morning blasting 5-Finger Death Punch makes them tougher than you. When's the last time you listened to 5-Finger Death Punch, sir? You want to know the bands this year?
Yeah.
Foo Fighters. That's a goodie.
Yeah.
That's a goodie. And their new drummer, I was wrong about them firing Josh Freese. They had every right to do that, and the new drummer fits in better. That's just my opinion. Guns N' Roses, we saw them. They were great. Yeah. I'd see them again. They're great. They just announced a big European tour, too.
2 awesome bands that it would be awesome to see.
Here's one for your wife, My Chemical Romance. Massive band. Bring Me the Horizon, another band that I've seen. They're very, very good. I did mention 5-Finger Death Punch, The Offspring. I'd go watch The Offspring.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Want to hear something funny about
I've
The
been
Offspring?
listening to Offspring since I was in middle school.
You want to hear something really...
That's just to see them...
be cool.
And to know they've been performing for this goddamn long.
Noodles.
Yeah. It's like, now you're kind of talking... all those bands individually would be a cool show. And the fact that you get to see them all in one weekend...
yeah, it'd be awesome. I was never a Breaking Benjamin guy. That's why I made jokes. A Day to Remember, local band. I'd love to see them again. Amazing. Godsmack. One of Andrea's mom's favorite bands. Can you believe that?
Is that Ooh Ah?
No. That's Disturbed, and they're taking a hiatus. Godsmack is the they did. The lead singer's name is Sully, and they would always play the drums together. And he's a little guy. Oh, what was Godsmack's big hit? Oh, Voodoo. Oh, theirs was. Don't let the money fall.
Okay, yes. Godsmack.
That's the that's the best Godsmack you'll ever get. Tom and Dan. This year we will do one night at Judson's Live where it's Tom and Dan present Godsmack, and we'll sing that song.
We'll just get
We'll
on the
sing
mic
that song
and
10 times.
We do the whole album.
Yeah.
People are just they're eating. They're like, oh,
They're
yeah.
eating pulled pork sliders.
They're like, we forgot that one.
Tom and Dan present Acapella Godsmack. I don't even know any. Hold on, I gotta look up other Godsmack songs. Hold on, we're gonna do this.
Give me another one. We can do another one because there have to be a.
It has to be Godsmack songs though.
You know what's funny? I remember that.
Oh, that was a good one
from Crusty Demons of Dirt.
But can I give you a? You don't like compliments? But your pitch was great. We've sung together maybe 10 times on the show, and we've done this 30 years. And this last time, he didn't get one wrong note. Not even one. You knew. I think you even knew the words better than me. All right. So this is the one. I Stand Alone. Yeah, this is a good song. All right, guys, it's time for the Club La Vila Wet T-Shirt Contest. Ladies, come on out. Oh, I cut my teeth to this music, buddy. This music, just because I've heard it so many times at bikini contests, this song comes on and I get a boner instantly. And I can't do anything about it.
They call that a boner smack.
Oh, man, what a better time.
I mean,
what a better time.
Does it get more C-Rock than Godsmack?
I don't think so.
Is Disturbed more C-Rock than Godsmack? I feel like Godsmack.
I think Godsmack. Okay, Disturbed when they did the "Hello Darkness, my old friend," gay, like get out of here, Disturbed. We want Godsmack.
Yeah.
When they did Sound of Silence and they did Simon and Garfunkel, Disturbed, you're out of here.
Yeah.
Godsmack is the new kings of C-Rock. Take your sons.
How long is
and camp and do Tommy Mac's daddy C-Rock camping. I'll go with you.
How long has Godsmack played
30
as
years?
a band? 30 years?
Yeah.
Since the 90s, right?
Let's see. Maybe longer. How old is the band Godsmack?
And it's got to be damn close, though.
They have been around a very, very long time.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Because or were they early 2000s or were they?
No, they were early 2000s, but they may have formed before that.
Yeah.
They formed in '95.
Okay, so it's 30 years.
Yeah.
So this is literally their 30-year band anniversary.
That'd be pretty fun. I bet that one thing that I have heard about Godsmack is that most of the time they sound good. Like they put on a good show. I mean, Andrea's betting that
reps.
Tommy would probably like Rockville. I think he would too, other than the stinkiness and the hotness. But the music's good.
Yeah.
The music's definitely good.
He's not a music guy. Max feels it. You have to have emotion to like music. Tommy he likes background music, and he likes music. He'll tell me, like, put on music, and then I'm like, which one do you want? Anything. Like you say, it's like just something else.
They've got, let's see, I'm looking at some of the other ones here. We've got Five Finger Death. Oh, Turnstile's going to be there. Simple Plan, Ice Nine Kills, Death Clock. That would be very fun to see.
Wow, that's a mixing of audiences, like the new school, hardcore, young Turnstile audience and the Godsmack.
Yeah, but the Turnstile guys are all inclusive to everyone.
Yeah.
You know, like the Turnstile guys seem like they're like very happy and inclusive.
I haven't seen the fact that Turnstile is so popular.
We gotta get out of here.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, we're really geeking out on music here for a second. You gotta be emotional for music.
All right, bye.
Sorry, buddy.
No, it's all right.
My bad. I don't want to make us work.
Yeah. No, we get yeah.
Good job. All right, that was a good segment too.
That was funny.
3 and 4. Oh, the singing was hilarious. And then I'll cut that, and then we just got to do some commercials.
Yep, and that I'll get.
Yeah.
Let me get
7
that.
mins because I got 2 curses on here.
Oh, and then actually, we're gonna have to do the commercials after our meeting.
Yeah, it's fine. All good. All right, guys, have a good rest of your day. Thanks for hanging out with us, and